the trouble with rips.
I gave him a little spank on the bum. Very naughty boy.
A family lesson.
You can't swim, don't go in the water.
Jesse in hot water.
You need to go in the shore, you're not allowed to swim here.
Certainly he's driving over the top of me.
And just when you think you've seen it all,
I've never seen anything like this in my life, and it would have to happen at Bondi.
sun's out and surf's up. On days like this, Bondi is a honeypot.
When the sun's out and the surf's up, it's got this magnetic allure down here. It's magic.
Millions swarm to Bondi every year.
We just arrived in Sydney like 2 days ago.
But Bondi has a sting in its tail. Every year, over 12,000 people are saved from rips across Australia. 3,000 are saved at Bondi alone by lifeguards and volunteer lifesavers.
The rip at Backpackers is pretty strong and no different to all the rips. Most of the rips right along the beach are pretty strong.
Kobe and Deano watch on as swimmers completely disregard a dangerous current sign.
Just this area here, there's not a real defined rip. It's just kind of pulling out off the, it's pretty shallow and then it drops off deep and you get these like flash rips. You don't really know where they're going to pop up.
It's got to happen soon.
Only metres from shore, a father and his 2 children lose their footing. Suddenly, they're dragged out of the current. None can swim. Desperate to keep his children afloat, the father is going under.
Shouldn't be out here if you can't swim. If you can't swim, don't go in the water. You'll drown your own kids here. Dad was like fully under. I've gone to try and get him and he's headbutted to the bottom of the board and I couldn't. Oh, another like 10 seconds. Mate, guys, don't go in the water if you can't swim, okay? Out of the water. Why would you even go in the water if you can't float? Like, seriously, it's like trying to fly when you know you can't. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost committing suicide.
I'm sorry, I don't know English.
非常的恐怖。
非常的恐怖。
What's the first thing I said to him when I got out to him? I said, what are you trying to do? Drown your own kids, you know? Like,
这很危险。哎呀，谢谢。
A near drowning was not on this Chinese family's itinerary.
They've only got to stuff up once and they could lose their life.
Rips, or dangerous currents, are a hidden danger. Many beachgoers have no idea how to identify them, unless this happens.
Right here.
The great thing with the dye is it'll go wherever the water goes.
Commonly known as Dr. Rip, Dr. Rob Brander knows the deadly secrets of a rip better than anyone.
It'll start off slow and then it'll disperse and then the rip will grab it. It should go out and around and come back in. And if the dye lasts long enough, you might even see it start to go out again. And what you should notice when it goes offshore is that they actually are pretty narrow, you know, like 10, 20 meters wide.
Instead of dispersing randomly, the dye is swept out to sea. In minutes, the dye travels hundreds of meters.
The rips are there to take all that water coming in back offshore.
The more people learn and understand that, the safer everything will be.
Yeah,
won't it?
absolutely.
To help identify rips, lifeguards place clear warning signs. But many people pay scant attention.
If you had a look before you jumped in the water, there's a dangerous current sign right in front of you.
Hey! Attention, boys. Just have a look where you're swimming, boys. Straight in front of a dangerous current sign.
Terry decides to stage a simple experiment.
What we've come up with is a sticker that reads the first 5 people to read this sticker and approach the lifeguard will win $20. And what we're going to do is place it right out in the open, down on Backpackers Rip, right on the prominent part of the sign. We're not going to try and stick it inside or, you know, make it a little hard. We're going to make it real easy, put it right out there. And the biggest talking point in the tower is actually how long will it take for the jackpot to go out?
So the experiment begins.
How's the water? Beautiful. This current's not too strong? Not too bad? So of late, we've had a lot of rescues right in front of the dangerous current signs and right in, obviously, very dangerous areas to swim. You do really need to watch the currents here. And did you wonder where to swim or did you just follow people in?
Well, I was a bit upset about
The signage? Well, I don't believe it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone stop, read it, point, and then walk away from a reward. I mean, what do we got to do?
While many don't bother reading, some have trouble even listening.
Back to twin the red yellow flags for me.
Low tide and solid swell. With 2 rips running, Jesse shuttles scores of swimmers back to safety between the flags. But more people keep straying into the rip. He asks a man to move out of the rip for the second time.
Hey, mate, you might be a good swimmer, but look how many people there is. Like, huh? You might be a good swimmer. There's just that many people.
Good swimmer or not, just being there encourages other people to swim in the dangerous current.
Just go over. I told you over here to go in the flags. How many times do you need to be told? I can tell you to go in the shore. You're not allowed to swim here.
Yeah, Bondi jet ski to Central. Oh, yeah, Jeff? That bloke, I've told him about 300 times to come in. Jesse, I reckon forget about him, matey. I don't think it's really a worry.
A short time later, the man arrives at the tower.
Circling straight over the top of him. And when I dug for where I come up, I then get a mouthful of his just blocked. I'm so sorry if there was on your behalf. It wasn't not.
I'm so sorry. And mate, thank you so much for coming up.
We do get a lot of difficult customers and, you know, we've such a big crowd, 35 to 40,000 people down on the beach. It's inevitable that things like this are going to happen. You know, I backed Jess. I did apologise to the guy.
So what happened, Jess?
Well, I was over near the flags, you know, and then he was swimming by himself, and I go, look, mate, you can swim decent, you know. Look, there's thousands of people in the water. I can't keep dealing with you. Help us out, you know. We're here, you know, been on the jet ski for the last 4 hours.
Good swimmers should always lead by example. I knew Jess is doing his best out there. He's pulled in probably 30 or 40 people alone in the last hour. Gonzo's, you know, he's not working today. He's out there having a paddle. You know, he's backed Jess 100%. He said the guy was an absolute nightmare.
On days like this, you know, it's really hard. There's so many people on the beach and he's taking up his time trying to get that guy out of the water. And he was just being a pain in the arse.
I've still got probably 6,000 people out there in the water that I've got to watch. So they're my priority right now, not him.
All sorts are attracted to the Bondi honeypot. First-time surfers come to chase a simple dream, to stand up on a surfboard. Today, a couple try to crack a wave for the very first time.
That's it, you paddle sometimes,
It's like going around on a merry-go-round. Frustrating to watch.
just goes back in again.
Then the man pulls a manoeuvre even Kelly Slater would be proud of.
He's going to stand up.
No way. It's gone from not even being able to paddle to dead set being standing up.
He may have stood up, but he and his girlfriend both need rescuing.
Yeah, he's putting his hand up. Misha's going out now.
So we are quite lucky to have the lifeguard with us to save us in. Yeah.
With just one wave to his name, suddenly the boyfriend is a surfing master.
She couldn't even get on the board. She was like...
Thank goodness, finally someone came to my rescue. If not, I would be stuck in the ocean.
Knowing your limits can save your life. A simple swim for some can be courting death for others. An Indian tourist is in trouble. Dunstan and Harries stage a double rescue.
His Indian mate, he's gone to help him, which is, you know, it's a hero act, actually. He's, you know, because he could hardly swim himself, he gets rescued.
It's a run-of-the-mill rescue. But Harries is about to give the man an unconventional lesson.
He was nervous when I got to him too. I spanked him on the bum. Could be a good boy.
The mistake this man made was try to stage a rescue without being able to swim himself.
No, actually, apparently I saw this guy drowning over there, so I went on to catch him. And in the meantime, I lost my breath.
Oh, you a naughty boy, what did I do to you?
So
I gave him a little spank on the bum. See, very naughty boy. He'll never do it again.
Anyone swimming on this sandbank, just come back to the beach, use the red and yellow flag.
Terry continues his experiment. Do beachgoers actually read the dangerous current signs?
Offering money is a powerful thing. Offering money in conjunction with signage, it's got to be a great incentive.
The prize has now been unclaimed for 4 days.
Yeah, I think it'll go off today. The sign's been enlarged by at least 2 or 3 times.
Bondi has plenty of hungry backpackers who could probably do with some spare cash.
Do you ever notice the signs on the beach? The dangerous current signs?
Yeah.
You do?
Terry's message goes unread as swimmers swarm into the water.
How you going, mate? How are you today?
Yeah.
Good?
An hour later, and Terry's hopes are fading.
I look at this all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I just ignore it.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Breaking my heart.
I might need to go down and tell someone on the beach to get it.
Just wondering if people are reading the signs today.
I don't think so.
I don't think they are either.
Terry tries some gentle prompting.
Just wondering if you're aware where you should swim. Just wondered if you've seen the signs.
I saw you put that one up.
Yeah, dangerous current signs, you know. Hello. I gotcha. How are you?
Great.
That's good.
Eventually, the penny drops.
Yeah, it says the first 5 people to read this sticker and approach lifeguards will win $20.
Really?
We went up to where the 2 flags were to swim, and then as we were coming back, noticed that if you read the sign, you won $20.
Finally, the money begins to flow.
Cheers, guys.
I read the dangerous current sign and I got $20.
But as a swimmer emerges from a dangerous current, clearly Terry's work is far from complete.
How are you?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. I did a thing.
What's a thing?
A lap.
A lap? Do you know what these signs are?
Of course.
What are they?
Forget it.
What's that?
I did a lap. I'm a good swimmer.
Come and have a closer look at it.
The first 5 people to read this sticker and approach lifeguards will win, whatever that means.
Well, read it. Tell me to read it word for word.
Well, the first 5 people to read this sticker and approach lifeguards will win $20. What does that mean?
Well, what do you think? Take a wild guess what you think that might mean.
Have no idea.
As much as this was a gag, in a way, literally hundreds, if not thousands, of swimmers are going straight in, ignoring this sign behind me and going straight in the water. And unfortunately, some of them come close to drowning, and unfortunately, occasionally, they drown.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you $20.
Thank you.
And wish you well.
Thank you.
But the serious message is the rips are dangerous.
At Southend, a woman is sucked out in a fierce current.
South corner.
Oh, he's gone.
2 men go to help. Then, one decides to turn back. Suddenly, all 3 are at risk of drowning.
Yeah, he tried to help.
Harries and Gonzo head out. A surfer keeps 2 afloat as Harries arrives. Gonzo collects the 3rd.
Yeah, he's actually got 2. He's got 1 on the back of his board.
The Dutch tourist risked his life for a complete stranger.
I just saw a girl waving her hands and I just swam out there. You know, I could just heard screaming help, so I said to another guy, come on, let's swim out. And he stopped halfway.
It's amazing how quick things happen at Bondi, and we get down the southern end of the beach and you're out there pulling her in, and then, hey, you're helping the bloke that's trying to help her. I said, you all right? And he said, yeah, I'm helping her, but he couldn't get in.
French backpacker Florin has only just arrived in Sydney.
And at the time I just panicked and I was very scared because I can't do anything, I can't swim anymore, and I really need somebody.
If you haven't got a flotation device, it can be extremely dangerous. If someone climbs up over the top of you and you're not an exceptionally good swimmer, you could be a fatality yourself.
I was at the beginning quite afraid about animals, shark and all, and now I'm also afraid about the sea.
Mid-afternoon and a southerly front hits Bondi. This time, people swarm off the beach. But Bondi's honeypot days are far from over.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. Be a good 1,000 bees. Looks like a beehive just on the back of this bike that's on the back of a car.
I'm not going near the bees. He can go near the bees if he wants to.
Common sense flies out the window as Reidy turns wildlife photographer. But the bees are on the main road out of Bondi. Thousands of bees and thousands of people. It's an ugly mix.
Just be careful, there's a lot of bees there.
Wait. Do you want to go round the cars? There's a big beehive here. Sorry, guys. Can I just get you guys to go through the car park? Just watch the cars, but there's just a beehive here.
Stay safe, boys, all right? There's storms, there's lightning, there's bees, there's rips. It's just hyper dangerous this afternoon at Bondi. Please take care.
I think there must be something. There's like a backpack strapped to the front of the bike. So I'm thinking there must be something that's attracting the bees inside the backpack.
Right, stand by. I'll get some expert advice.
Terry consults with Bondi vet Chris Brown.
Stop rounding on the line.
You said they're swarming around there attached to a car or something?
Actually, it's like a backpack. Maybe they've got honey in the backpack or something. But it has to be seen to be believed. Are they attacking people, or are they more concerned with what's in the backpack?
I think he's saying that they are really wanting something to do with the backpack, but when every now and then they flare up and kind of get aggro.
The only way you can deal with that is either with the smoke, to sort of calm them down, or you need some sort of protective suit to get in there.
What they haven't deterred is bizarre puns.
Well, we were hoping the storm would deter the bees. It's not having much of an impact at the moment. I think the bees might be stinging in their own.
Finally, the car's owner.
Is that your car? What? The one with the bike on it? It's your car?
Yeah, is there a problem?
Yeah, have you seen the bees hive you've got on the back of it?
You're kidding.
Mate, you've got a massive beehive on the back of it.
Bloody hell!
Yeah. Can you just grab something out of the backpack for us?
That I don't believe.
The owner takes flight.
I want to see what the bees do when he drives off.
I want to be in the car when it happens.
Reidy decides to ride shotgun.
Ready when you are.
Okay, let's go for it.
Oh, they're not moving.
Driving on the car park now, there's a couple of thousand bees.
Then they approach the first speed hump.
Oh no.
Thought they were going to stay on the bike all the way along, and he went over the first speed hump, and they just fell off like a big clump of dirt. They're still all over the ground there.
Never a dull moment at this joint, ever.
With a mass murder by that Mercedes-Benz mass murder.
What's the matter?
Mass murder in the car park at Bondi.